Well, hello, and welcome to Sherlock Holmes, The Awakened. This is a mystery game where you actually go around, collect clues, and actually have to put them together. You don't just snap them together like puzzle pieces. You've got to actually figure out how they go together, and actually do a little bit of induction. And it's really a fascinating system, and I like what they're doing with it. This game apparently was published, or at least this title was published long time ago, and then remastered in 2003. And finally, it's now being remade and brought into the next gen. And I'm excited to see what they've done with this system. They've done really well with their previous games. So let's see what they do with The Awakened. The Shadow over London, Chapter 1.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
All right. Yes, welcome to the game. Use the usual controls and interact with objects. Fantastic. What do we have here? London Advertiser, September 28th, 1882. Tensions between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps during a recent visit to London by Swedish Prince Hildur. Chief among the scandals was the embarrassment of the British diplomatic corps as a result of the unexplained disappearance of Princess Hildur's personal bodyguard. Yes, Princess? Oh, Princess, not Prince. Yes. The longtime member of her inner circle took the opportunity to explore London while off duty and never returned from his late-night promenade. A spokesman for the police assures the Advertiser that they are confident the bodyguard will be located, as he is a striking representative of the Scandinavian people. A man like that gets noticed, whether by his peers at the Gentlemen's Club or the fair nightingales who comfort them.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
Yes, very uninteresting. What's this? Oh, nope. Oh, yeah, there we go. Visit Barnes'
Your order
Bookshop.
from Barnes' Bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
And who is this? Vogel?
Another letter from Werner.
Werner.
I never reply, but they keep coming. I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. A missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
Yes, I've already got that. Thank you. Oh, there's the waste bin. A needle.
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool.
Oh, let's leave it be then, shall we? There's
You were
the
mistaken, Dr.
strand.
Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Left shift to run. Why am I running?
Do you even have enemies that would want to kill you?
Oh,
Only
yes.
perhaps from Cordona.
I guess
Get the
we need to run
Strand.
somewhere.
Get your copy of the Strand here.
What? We
Get
didn't
the
need to run
Strand.
over here. He's
Get
just
your
right here.
Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Glassed. Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
Oh, that's very true. What were today's
Any
headlines?
breaking news today?
The dock accident. It's the talk of the town.
Yes. Besides the tripe on the front page, anything about burglaries?
I'm not sure, sir.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely.
Yes.
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson,
Sure, now I can take the day off.
All right. What did he do with the paper? Tell me about the man at the doorstep. Where was he headed? What did he do?
did you see what he was up to? I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of the Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a
Kind of
bookseller.
bookseller, yeah.
I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and.
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Oh, good. We got the paper. Saltpeter explosion rocks docks. Locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening last night, with loud bangs and thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked at Pier N3 in the early evening en route to Europe when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. The Port Authority has yet to comment on the incident, and it is unknown if any crew members were on board at the same time. Eyewitnesses report seeing saltpeter leaking into the river, but with the area still off limits to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what transpired.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Bye, see you later.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination
Mostly, yes.
did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say,
Maybe a
Doctor?
botched burglary.
No? Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
All right. The Stenwick's mansion. Let's go. And actually get the story going. So that was the tutorial, apparently.
Not much further now.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Sergeant Ruffles. Okay. Yes. We know why he won't. They won't.
Of course, here and there.
They won't investigate right
When
away.
life
They
is
have to
tough
wait
and
a time.
opportunity comes knocking. You can't blame those who answer.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Yes, yes. Okay. Let's get a description.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen. And as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where does he live?
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
Okay, okay. When?
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
Escaped?
Is there any reason Kimahia may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
All the cabbage he could eat?
Did Kimahia make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Oh, that's a good
Still,
point.
he must have fled with some money on his person.
No. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
I take it this is the first time Kimahia has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
I'm sure you will. All right. Let's go explore. Yes. Bags. Wheelbarrow. Jogging. Turning into a sonar. Jogging. Interesting tea set. But not that interesting, apparently. Headless statue. Yep. Something happened. Hello? Oh. Some smuffet.
Chewing tobacco.
Yeah, I want to look at this, but it's not letting me.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
Can I look at this now? We're just not going to talk about this game? Like, this is unimportant?
Chewing tobacco.
Huh. Okay, so I apparently don't have the facilities to be able to collect that. We'll come back to it. At a later date. Concentration helps you pick up smaller details about the world around you. When you see a wavy green circle, press Q to observe the object more closely. Don't forget to pin the relevant evidence. Some clues won't be visible without it. Ah, okay. So, hold Q to focus. Knee print. Hiding.
It's like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
With enough clues, Sherlock can use imagination to reconstruct the past. Oh, okay, hold on. Yes. Yes. So he waited here for person to go into their cabin and then snuck up on him. Oh, I got some wardrobe parts. Yeah, there's a face print. What's going on with the face print?
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
There's one of two, but I'm not seeing the two. Oh, wait, it's over here. Oh, there it is. Ooh, little bit fiddly there.
A small navy spyglass.
Okay. We have been released. Ooh, what's this?
A scrap of Hessian.
Okay.
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
Yes, there was definitely a scuffle. A pipe. Maybe a ocarina of some kind.
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Sten really so miserly?
Yeah, probably.
Button chops. The remains of a meal.
Oh.
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, and
Oh, lovely.
The ashes are long since cold.
All right, it's saying I gotta come over here. Yeah, this is probably some sort of a... there we go.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
Found it.
Is this a Taniwha, a Maori water spirit? Or something else?
It's Cthulhu.
either way, it's giving me chills.
Ah. So we've got 3 little bits. Okay, so how does this work? What's the previous? Next happened in here. Watson. Yes, yes. So somebody waited here. And came over this way. Wait. Parallel tracks.
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh. This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
But we don't, I mean, we could just jump over it. Because we've got this handy little thing here. Oh, hello. This was bent into that pipe
bag
there.
reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Oh, and so we're just going to stick it back in there. Good. Preserve the evidence, I guess. For the police. Oh, I need to pin something. Oh, right. Yes, yes. Where does Kimihaya's trail lead? Chewing tobacco remnants, spyglass clothes made of Hessian.
Where on earth are you going with this? Where on earth are you going with this?
Oh, yes, yeah. Let's see if we can get the key.
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
Right. So I'll need keys to do that. Interesting clues, parallel tracks. Yeah, let's talk.
Where on earth are you
No,
going with this?
he doesn't like that.
Where on earth are you
Doesn't
going
like
with
that?
this?
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahia's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Also not very relevant, apparently.
Do you happen to know Kimahia's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Okay.
Has Kimahia ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimihia's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
Okay. 4 evidences have been updated.
Why are you still here?
All right. He's done talking with us, apparently. Let's go back and see if we can brute force more answers out of this. Oh! We have suddenly updated all this thing here. All right, so you are here, and the next one, you're not a real person anymore. What? Watson, out of the way, Watson. All right, let's come over here and see what happens if we snap at this one. Yes. Yeah, okay. Good. And then this. Where'd he go? Oh, there's somebody out over here. Stuffing that in the pipe. Yep, gotcha. I mean, it makes sense. But we still don't know where. Oh, here we go. Parallel tracks. Grass doesn't grow here. Often used. Okay. Pile of logs. Fallen?
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
They must have had a key. Okay, what's the next one? Some kind of cart. Good. By some person. Carrying a body. Right, yeah. I mean, I kind of figured that. Already. Watson, I need your help. We need to climb over this here. To get over to there. Oh, actually, we can probably just walk around. Let's go. Yeah, we'll just continue this elsewhere. Watson. Oh, this is broken down. Interesting. Just to get blocked by this? Oh, you dirty. Well, maybe we can find the key on Kemahea's person, huh? We could just pick it. I mean, this is Sherlock Holmes we're talking about. Wait, there's something. What? It's just been sitting here this whole time? Oh, here we go. Someone unlocked it. Okay, we get to validate our theory now. Oh, something's missing on number 2. So, number 2. We haven't thoroughly thought about number 2.
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
Yes, yes it does. Let's go talk to the guy and see if he'll give us the key finally.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
It has been a while. Yes, yes.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
Yeah, he got
I found the residue
sauced.
of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, we will.
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes.
Not more questions? Yes, I'm not
I
finished.
won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Okay, well, yes, huh.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you
We
go.
did.
I hope you'll return soon with good news.
We told
And
you.
in the
Never
meantime,
mind.
please teach your companion the art of brevity.
Yeah, fine. All right, let's go. Oh, yes. Amazing. It's like this key is supposed to fit into this lock. Is this the cart? Aha. Tobacco pouch.
A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Opioids, indeed.
Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done.
Okay, there's supposed to be 3 here. Oh, interesting knot
Sturdy
we've
rope,
got here.
professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahia's cart, I gather.
Yes. Oh, we completed the whole scene. Yay. Now we know what happened. Oh, and now we can just walk in here. You turkeys. Oh, yep, a horse.
A large pile of horse droppings.
Oh.
Many cigarette butts.
Uh-huh.
Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
Trail leads this way. And we're back out over here. Oh, yeah. Cab went this way. And then probably on the road, never to be seen of again. Though there are markings all along the road. So, yep. Hey, we found him. Hi.
Are you stupid, Mr. Holmes? Stop loitering and go and do your job.
Oh, we've got to find him all the way through all of everywhere? Fine. Okay. Well, it was saltpeter, sailor's knot, calling card. Abductor's trail seems to fit. And also, wallet with saltpeter, I think fits the best. What is it? Okay, so it's not the abductor's trail, but it is the wallet with saltpeter. Okay, so it's none of those. Good. Okay, what are the notable features of the abductor? Spyglass, yes. And the chewing tobacco or the wallet with saltpeter or the sailor's knot. I mean, all of these kind of fit, I would imagine. Let's go with the chewing tobacco, though. And then the footprints are the right size. Okay, so it wasn't the chewing tobacco. Wallet with saltpeter or sailor's knot. Yeah, okay, sailor's knot. There we go. Kidnapped by a sailor. I mean, yes. A particular knot, a spyglass, and the footprints of a workingman's boots, they all add up to the one conclusion. Kimehia's abductor is a sailor. He was shanghaied. Abductor is a sailor. Okay, there we go. The Port of London. Perfect.
The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London. Of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
So we gonna talk to this guy?
Stupid, Mr. Holmes.
No, we're not gonna talk to him ever
Stop
again.
loitering and go and do your job.
All right, I will go do my job. Sheesh. You're a cabbie. Can we get to the place? Yes, okay.
Where to, Gav? The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
The Blood Red Night. Chapter 2.
Mr. Holmes, what a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
I do not take you for the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps, before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor. After that...
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued.
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
To whom I'm grateful. Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimahir?
Why indeed? Well, thank you all for joining us on this lovely investigation. Things are getting more desperate and dark, and if you'd like to continue the story, let me know in the comments below, and I'll play with you again later here on the BackLog.